What's up, guys? This is some helmet cam footage from a couple days ago, and I'm just riding at my friend Matt's house. And if you can't tell already, I'm experimenting with a different mount option for my GoPro, and this is a pretty good view. I think it's under my visor, so it's mounted upside down under the visor, and then I just set it to record, upside down, because you can do that with the GoPro, which is pretty cool. And I think it turned out pretty good. It's a pretty cool view. Let me know what you guys think. I like that it's kind of hidden. It is in my field of view a little bit when I'm riding, which isn't great, but it doesn't really bother me too much. So I might try this at a race sometime. The only bad part is the transponders for the racing series also go under the visor. The racing series around here use a little transponder sticker, and they go under the visor. So I don't know. We'll see what I come up with. But anyway, this is a pretty cool view, I think. So enough about that. What I want to talk about is the 2013 Outdoor Nationals Series. I'm really excited for Hangtown this coming weekend to kick off the Nationals, and I think everyone that's been racing Supercross is ready to go. I mean, they're ready to start a new series, start fresh, all that good stuff, and I think I don't know, it's so wide open. There's so many contenders. I mean, they're in the 450 class, it's super stacked, and the 250 class is really stacked too. I mean, especially when you've got Cooper Webb and Adam Cianciarulo coming in to make their pro debuts at Hangtown. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how they'll do, but I don't think they'll be winning right off the bat, but I think that Cianciarulo will be a contender by the end of the season. And he's so small though. It's kind of weird. I mean, he's making his pro debut without racing a big bike amateur race at all. I mean, he raced the Monster Energy Cup amateur race, I guess, but I don't know if that really counts, since it was kind of a Supercross one-off deal. But I think he's the first person that's ever turned pro without racing a big bike at Loretta's or the GNC at Oak Hill, or back when Lake Whitney was going on, or Mosier Valley, I don't know, all that stuff. But I think he's the first amateur to turn pro without racing, a full-size bike at the amateur nationals, which should be interesting. I mean, I'm not saying he's not ready, because I think he is ready, but it's just he doesn't have too much experience racing the big bike. But I think he'll be fine. He's got Alden Baker, which is Ryan Villapoto's training him, so I think he's ready. If he wasn't ready, he wouldn't be racing, which is that's why I think that he's ready, because he's got too many smart people in his corner to be not ready and still signed up to race. So Cooper Webb, I don't really know. I mean, he was extremely fast at the Spring Nationals. He's been doing the opposite of Cianciarulo. He's just been racing and racing and racing everywhere. So it's two different approaches. I think that Cooper Webb will be really good at Hangtown maybe, but who knows. He was like I said, he was on fire at all the amateur nationals in the spring, so should be interesting. His bike, I don't think, is anywhere near as good as Cianciarulo's, so that I don't know. I mean, the YZ250F is just so old. It's so outdated. It's got a carburetor and It's just, I mean, it's not that a carburetor's bad, especially for outdoors. I don't really think it matters that much. It's just behind the times, I guess. You know, for a professional race team, it's not a big deal probably because they can jet it. So, but for the average guy, yeah, fuel injection is a lot better. But let's see. The other thing is, you know, Millsaps isn't racing, and Ryan Sipes will be filling in for him on the Suzuki. So, the Rockstar Suzuki, I should say, because, you know, or the Rockstar Energy Racing bike. They don't really like to say Suzuki since they're not getting factory support, but I don't know. I think Ryan Sipes raced the Yamaha 450 in 2010, I believe, and he finished like 7th overall in the series outdoors. So I think he'll actually be a lot better than most people think. But obviously the main contenders, Ryan Villapoto, Ryan Dungey, I mean, those two guys will probably be 1 and 2. But I'm going to pick a wild card here. It's not really a wild card, I guess. But I think Michael Essie will do really, really well at Hangtown because he took off the last couple races of Supercross, and I think that'll give him a lot of confidence that he's way more prepared than everybody else. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised for him to win a moto or end up on the podium overall. But you never know. I mean, there's so many fast guys. After Barsha and after Villapoto and Dungey, you've got Barsha, Kennard. I mean, you know, the two Honda people, and then you've just got so many people that are really fast. You know, Weimer, I don't know. Brock Tickle. There's just a lot of guys that are going to be fighting for the top 10. There's probably 15 guys that you would think are top 10 people, but there's 15 people, so they can't all fit inside the top 10. And Nick Way will be coming back. I mean, he's not a top 10 guy anymore, but it's cool to see him back at least. You know, James Stewart, I don't know. He went 1-1-1-1 the first 4 motos of last year, so it's hard to count him out. But at the same time, he's got a torn ACL, his wrist was hurt at the end of Supercross. I don't know. He'll either be really good or just lackluster. I mean, I think he could it wouldn't surprise me anything that he did at Hangtown. I mean, he could go 1-1 and I'd be like, and then he could go 16 DNF and I'd be like, it's really not surprising either way. So I mean, a 1-1 would be pretty surprising, I guess. But I mean, can you really say it's surprising though, since he did it last year against Dungey? I mean, I don't know. I think Dungey will be really good, but I guess we'll see. Dungey is running the number 1 plate, obviously, since he won the championship last year. So I don't know. I think he'll have a little bit extra confidence with that number 1 plate. Hopefully, I'm right on that. In Supercross, it didn't work out like that when he won the 2010 championship. He didn't do very well in 2011, but that might have just been because he had like major bike issues. But anyway, I think Dungey will be really good. Obviously, Villapoto's strong. And that being said, Villapoto has a history of getting injured, so I don't know. At least in the 450 class, he does. I mean, 2010, he broke his leg really bad, and then 2011 was his just total domination year, where he won Supercross and everything under the sun. And then 2012, he won the championship early in Supercross, and then he ended up, tearing his ACL at the end after he'd wrapped it up, and then he had to sit out the outdoors and just get ready for Supercross. So Villapoto does get hurt, but I mean, obviously I don't want that to happen. I love seeing all the competition, and I really am a fan of all the professional riders because they've had to go through a lot of crap to get to where they are. So I think it'll be really interesting. I mean, there's so many different guys, a lot of competition. So let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you later. Peace.